Welcome back to this video, and on this video we will see how VLANs work, different VLANs, how they are able to communicate. So in this diagram we have two switches. The first switch, switch 1, we have VLAN 10 and VLAN 20. Second switch, VLAN 10 and VLAN 20. Let's say they're on different floors. This is going to be on the first floor and it's going to be on the second floor. The IP addresses given here. This PC from the one network 192.168.1.1 is the address here. This is from the two network 192.168.2.1, and this is VLAN 20 and this is VLAN 10. Second floor we have this PC address is given as 192.168.1.2 VLAN 10. This PC here 192.168.2.2 VLAN 20. So this blue VLANs 20s, our motive is to make them communicate. Same for VLAN 10. They are on different floors, but it's vital that they should be able to communicate. So how we can do that? So first of all, we need to create VLANs on all switches. So that's going to be the first step. So let's go to this switch, enable conf. Before that, let's see the VLANs. Do show VLAN brief. We just have the VLAN 1, which is the default VLAN that comes on these switches. Other than that, we don't have any VLAN created. 1002, 1003, 1000. These are all VLANs that comes with the switch. So we need to create VLAN 10 and 20. So to do that is very simple. Just type VLAN 10. Done. And I want to show you something else on the next switch. But for this switch, we are going to create both VLANs, VLAN 10 and VLAN 20. Now, this port, this is F01, right? And we need to assign this port to VLAN 10. This port is F02. We need to assign this to VLAN 20. So let's do F01 first. Interface F01. We need to make it that port access port, switch port mode access, then switch port access VLAN 10. Done. Exit. Now we'll do this port here, F02. Interface F02. We need to make it access port, switch port mode access, switch port access, and we need to give VLAN 20 permission to this interface F02 VLAN 20. Done. Now let's go back to do show VLAN brief. Now we can see VLAN 10 is created as well as VLAN 20. VLAN 10 we have F01, this interface, the first interface. VLAN 20 we have this F02. So the VLAN will carry through that port. 10 will carry through this port. So this switch is almost done. We need to do one more thing. We'll come back to this. Let's go to the next switch. Enable config VLAN. We need to create both VLANs, but this time I'm just going to create VLAN 10. Okay, and interface F01, right? This is the port. So interface F01, switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 10. Done. Now without creating VLAN 20, I'm going to assign this port. So watch what's going to happen. F02 switch port mode access. We made that access port. Now switch port access VLAN 20. As soon as I hit enter, just notice what happens here. See, it says access VLAN does not exist, creating VLAN 20. So we didn't create VLAN 20, we only created VLAN 10 on this switch. But when you give this commands, switch will automatically create it for us. That's what just happened. So we don't really need to create, even though we didn't create. When we give this commands, it will create it for us. So now let's go back and check. Do show VLAN brief. See, VLAN 10 which we created, but VLAN 20 is also there, and VLAN 10 is this port F01, and VLAN 20 is this port F02. Now let's go back to this switch, and before we do anything, let's try to ping from 1.1 to 1.2. Let's see if they communicate. Ping 192.168.1.2, and ARP request is happening, but it will not ping, and there is a reason, and that's what we are going to configure next. So as you can see, it's now going to ping, so we can close. So in order to carry the VLANs across, this port must be something, I'm sure you guys have already learned that, and that is trunk port. So we need to make this port trunk, but before that, let's check that. Let's see if this port is trunking. So do show interface trunk, and as you can see, nothing is trunking right now. So what we need to do is interface F03, interface F03, and this is the F03, okay, this port, and switch port mode trunk, done. And now if I go back to the command I gave earlier, here we can see F03 port, and what is it doing? Trunking. Okay, sorry, not that, this one F03 is trunking, and protocol is 802.1q. 802.1, that's a trunking protocol. So now this port is trunking. Now let's go to the other switch and see if that one is trunking. Do show interface trunk, and it is trunking. So when we configure trunk here, it's automatically making this port trunk as well. So I did not configure trunking on this port F03 on this switch. So as long as you give one port, the other port will automatically becomes trunk. So that's all we need to do on both switches, apart from creating VLANs. And now if I try to ping from 1.1 to 1.2, it should or it will ping. And now let's see. So I'm gonna give the same command, and here we go, you can see it's pinging. Okay, 1.1 from VLAN 10. Let's say this is the first floor, right? Let's say this is like a finance department on first floor, and this is also finance department on second floor. So it's vital that they both need to communicate. So that's what we did. We made them we are able to make them communicate now. So now we have to do the same thing here. 2.12 should communicate with 2.2. So let's see if they can communicate. Ping 192.168.2.2, and you can see we are getting the reply. So them two are now able to communicate. Let's say this is a first floor sales team and this is second floor sales team. Now they are both able to communicate. So we have successfully make them communicate. Even though they are in different floors, they don't have the physical connectivity, but they do have the logical connectivity. That's what's happening here, because this trunk port is able to carry multiple VLANs across one line. So I hope this helps, and in the next video we'll see something else. Thank you.